everybody. This is the Kubernetes Workgroup Device Management call for May 26th. Okay, it looks like there was nothing on the agenda this morning, and I added a couple items, so um, maybe we'll have a short meeting. The main thing I wanted to discuss. Let me share this screen. Um, was 137 planning. Um, so schedules, it's it's all happening fast. Um, the enhancements freeze is in only 2 weeks. So um, I think a lot of KEPs are pretty far along, but let's try and get them wrapped up. And then and those are on Tuesday. The way they're doing it this year, our cycle is Tuesdays anywhere on Earth. So like depending where you live, that could be on Wednesday, but sometime in the middle of the night usually. So um, yeah, so that's just the last possible time on that Tuesday. So all right, then here are the things I'm aware of that we're tracking, and who I think is, sorry, it's really tiny. Let's see. Who I think is leading those efforts. We have a few things going to stable. Patrick, that's right with taints and tolerations, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And then a number of things staying in beta um, for one more cycle. Hopefully, we'll make progress on them and be able to bring them to stable next cycle. The couple of things going. I guess I didn't. This is staying in beta. I usually try to order them by. The priorities aren't right, so people should ignore those for now or suggest some. I didn't update those. Um, but yeah, so basically, a couple of things going to beta um, is my expectation anyway. This one, I hope to go to beta. We'll see. And this has been reviewed with the SIGs yet, so you know that will be the gating factor most likely. There's a lot on the scheduling team here, and they have their own things going on too. Um, and then there's a whole bunch of new alphas that have been proposed. So this is where we might struggle, in particular with the review bandwidth on the scheduling side. Um, but yeah, is there anything I've missed here that somebody's planning on doing or would like to make sure gets on our board to track and bring to SIG scheduling and or SIG Node or whoever's running it? Otherwise, this is what I'm tracking. I think definitely this last one, given all of these, is unlikely to be. It's still too ill-formed. Um, there's probably a few others that are also ill-formed, but I didn't even put them on here. Thoughts, anybody?
Yeah, I want to call out a few things. If you are working on an enhancement issue, make sure that it has the working group device management label, both on the issue and on any PR that you are creating, because otherwise it doesn't show up on our dashboard. We track these KEPs also in this table here, but it's nice to see also the actual PRs listed in our dashboard. So that's a manual thing. Another thing about features graduating to beta, make sure that you have reasonable scheduler performance tests for them and that you know what the performance is. We've had some hiccups there with partitionable devices and maybe, well, almost certainly consumable capacity. I just looked at the defined scheduler perf test for it, and it's just not realistic. We want realistic performance numbers for the expected usage of a feature, ideally measured at beta, and performance improvements in the code done by beta, so that we can then really just graduate to stable after the beta promotion.
Yeah, in fact, that's what's delaying partitionable devices, for example, from going to stable. Yes. Yeah. All right. Any questions? Anybody see their name on there that didn't expect to be on there? I'm not sure all of these. Well, I know I'll put it this way. I'm sure all of these won't make it. But I think I guess the next thing I would ask is if yeah, maybe Patrick, you and I or somebody should go through and look at the priorities so that we have I know what SIG scheduling is going to ask for, right? They're going to ask for what is our priority ranking from this group, so that they can make best efforts on the things that don't rank high.
Yeah, we can talk about it, but ultimately we should also involve the group to some extent. It shouldn't be just us making up our own minds. Or
I agree. I fear though that it's going to just be, well, everybody's.
Yeah, everyone thinks that their own cap is of course the most important. I understand that. Yeah. So not sure how to resolve that. Ultimately, I guess if the bandwidth is limited by reviewers get to say also what they think is important. So that's I think is fair.
Yeah. Okay. Any other comments? Because this is our only agenda item. My plan is to try and get through as many of these in the next day or two as I can, and make sure, because I know there's many of them I haven't really given a full review of. Other than that, I don't have any other topics. Okay. Wow. Short meeting. Thank you everybody for coming, and let's try and get this moved along so we don't have too much of a cram in a couple of weeks right before the freeze. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.